I say, how are you doing today? I am your host, Lacey G. Soldier Turner, and I'm back with two special guests once again. The annual Hmong New Year's Festival is coming up, so we about to talk about this. So, for the people who do not know you, can you introduce yourselves and what do you do, each one of you?
Yeah, I could go first. Thank you for having us again, Lacey.
No problem.
We are so excited to be here with the United Monk family, and I am the president of the organization. We host the Hmong Freedom Festival that takes place every July 4th, and also the upcoming Hmong New Year at the River Center in St. Paul.
Thank you, Lacey, for having us again. We're so excited to be here. My
No
name is
problem.
Kyarii. I am a board of trustee for the United Hmong family, and this year I am the chair for the event, for the Minnesota Hmong New Year event.
Okay. So, could you give the people, I guess, some history and backstory about the New Year's Festival?
Yeah, I would love to. So the Hmong New Year is a tradition that's been practiced with the Hmong that dates back hundreds of years. We don't even know how far it goes back, but it's usually a time of celebration with harvest. And how culturally it's transcend is that where the Hmong used to live in the mountaintops, whether it's China, Laos, Thailand, Vietnam, Burma, really is that villages, when it's harvest time, families that were able to harvest more food, they would call family members to come and enjoy the new harvest or the last season of the last harvest. And the Hmong New Year, we have a calendar culturally for those that still practice the shamanistic ritual in the Hmong community. And the Hmong New Year calendar actually starts this year on November 24th. So um, when many Hmong early settlers came to the US in the late 70s, we had the leadership who was here, the early settlers, that wanted to continue this tradition and host among New Year celebration. And they worked really well with officials, the mayors from both Minneapolis and St. Paul at that time, and received facilities for free of charge. I mean, we don't hear about that anymore here in this time. And they hosted these two events for the Hmong community to be able to continue this tradition. Over the last 40 plus years, this tradition has transcended into one of the biggest economic boom in the Twin Cities and all around the nation. Where we're very proud that in Minnesota, the Minnesota Hmong New Year is one of many ethnically driven, culturally driven events that bring in a lot of support to the Twin Cities. And we still continue to host the same programs like the pageant competitions, singing and dance competitions. This year, we're doing something new with cornhole competitions, as that's growing really big in the Twin Cities, especially with Hmong individuals who compete. And really, it's just a way to come back and really remember the progress of the last year. Culturally, it's a way to sweep kind of the old and the bad luck that's occurred. And of course, with the pandemic holding us back for the last 2 years, there's a lot of sweeping to do in 2022 here to take out, COVID and all the bad luck and the suffering that came with it. Many people lost jobs. We lost family members. I mean, the BIPOC community, Hmong specifically, we were hit very hard when pandemic first hit us with COVID, and it was access to the right information, right? That's not something new, and we lost a lot of pillars. So coming back together, this Minnesota Hmong New Year is more meaningful. Um, Not just a celebration of bringing in a new year or looking for new hope and prosperity, but really looking for strength and unity in the community and helping families reconstruct, helping businesses reconstruct. That's really what this is about this year.
Okay. And I was going to ask you that too. With the pandemic, did y'all get to do anything online for the festival during those 2 years or no?
No, we actually made a decision in March of 2020 when the stay-at-home order came out in Minnesota to be a part of the public safety measures and didn't even host meetings because a lot of the folks on our team are also elderly as well. So we withheld even meetings and gatherings. So we didn't meet with people, couldn't even do virtual gatherings for the Hmong New Year celebrations, but we did greatly support others that we saw that organized virtual events.
Okay. So I know you touched on it a little bit, but what entertainment will be at this year's festival?
Yeah, go ahead, Kyarii. She's our event chair.
Yeah, of course. So we have our competitions, singing, dance, and pageant. So there's a lot of interest in that. But what some of our special guest performers that we have are actually two international stars that are coming from, I believe it's Laos, correct? They're coming from Laos. It's Win, Vang, and Vu. They are two very popular singers. So they'll be there on Sunday and performing two songs upstairs and two songs downstairs. And they have a booth, a photo booth that they will be selling some merchandise and then interacting with fans. So we're really excited about that too.
Okay. And what kind of vendors will be at this festival?
I'm so sorry, you cut out.
I said, what kind of vendors will be at the festival?
Yes, we have a lot of vendors. We have some real estate businesses, such as medical businesses. We'll have uh, community services businesses as well. We have Indian jewelry that's coming, the basic Hmong uh, sellers that will be selling the Hmong clothes, the hats, toys, anime, things like that. So a lot of vendors. We're actually very excited to say that we have sold out on food booths, that we even had to add one more. I've only been with the organization since 2016, but it was very hard to find food vendors for this event. But this year we sold out and we're so grateful, and they added another one for us, and hopefully we can get that filled out too, to have 8 total.
Okay. What would you say separates this festival from others?
The separation would be definitely that the Hmong culture, but the biggest thing is the types of venues that we offer. Some venues are only music, some venues are only specific to merchandise selling. Our venue offers a whole gamma of programs for people that like to enjoy music. We also have the pageant if you are into pageantry. And then we also have activities like the courtship, where it's transcend over the years. The Hmong ball tossing, Hmong in Laos and Thailand, they were very shy and timid. So it was not normal for young men and women to just be dating and flirting in public. So the ball toss continues to be a fun tradition. And we're so proud in Minnesota because we have a lot of Hmong pride. Our Hmong youth still continue to ball toss, and the River Center continues to help us make lines every year because it is packed. Everybody comes, young, old. We still come in ball toss as a way of communication and meeting and mingling with other folks. So it's not just only for folks that are single anymore, even though that's the tradition, is that you have to be single to ball toss. But we love it. Married couples still come out and ball toss and live their youth with one another. And it's also a time where we also get to hear parents who are not in the community and are not well known, but have these beautiful knowledge of our Hmong folklore songs, the Gutsia. And we don't have that anymore. That talent is slowly going away because no one's practicing it. And so we get to hear it in the ball toss arena when you walk by, folks that are practicing or coming out to continue to ball toss.
So is this event only for the Hmong people, or can anybody attend this festival?
Lacey, that is the golden question. We were just joking that we are so proud of Minnesotans because this event started as a tradition of early settlers who missed the homelands, right? But it's transcend where it's become, even the governor of Minnesota has called this event a Minnesotan event, where we are so proud to be able to share our language, our culture, our clothing. We have many non-Hmong participants who come every year dressed in full Hmong clothing. And that's something that we know is happening all around the world too, but we're just so proud that in Minnesota we see it the most when we look into our audience, that it's just not Hmong individuals who dress in Hmong. And we love seeing that we're able to open this to other communities as well. We have a lot of people who have eaten Hmong food and just come and want to enjoy Hmong food at this festival. It's an opportunity to just embrace the culture, the language, and the food. Yeah, so it's open to the public.
Okay.
Yes, everyone is welcome for sure.
Okay, so now for to do some marketing for you, why should people attend this festival?
Yeah, I'll answer that. I think that this festival is, like our president said, it has so much to offer for everyone. We want people to engage with our culture. We want to share about our culture. We want people to know that we're also here as well. And this event is not just for the Hmong people, but it's for everyone. We have a lot of things that you can teach us and that we can teach you. We want to interact with everyone. Have you guys come out to our events, and then we want to do the same and come out to your events. This event is something that's been going on for a while, so it's a very big tradition for us, and we really want to continue that tradition and build on it and be more inclusive and whatnot. There's going to be a lot of things like our president said. There's going to be food, different vendors, ball tossing, cornhole competition, singing and dance. So it's just a chance for all of us to come together and really embrace each other's cultures.
Yeah. So
I'll add.
okay, great.
I'll add to that too, Lacey. 2 years ago, or actually 2 events ago, which was maybe about 4 years ago, we had our 40th anniversary, and the organization tagged a theme. Every year we have a theme with our New Year celebration. And the theme, the last 2 events, was passing the torch. We knew that our elders, they were either getting old, they couldn't do this work anymore, or wanted to retire. Some have passed away. And we wanted to make sure that we're sharing our culture, our traditions with the many Hmong Americans. Growing up in the U.S., I don't even speak Hmong that well anymore. And of course, I have nieces and nephew who come to me and think I'm speaking a foreign language when I ask them to go and put a cup away, and I'm saying it in Hmong. So these are things that we want to continue to help our youth be proud of being Hmong, and embrace their culture, their identity. Why is this event important? It's beyond just the festivities. It's really about unity. It's really about sharing our culture, like Kyarii said, and it's really about showcasing strength, especially after the pandemic, as it's slowly coming to an end. We're hoping it's coming to an end, but the pandemic is still there, but businesses need to keep moving, families need to keep moving, and we need to help each other come out of this pandemic. This event will really showcase that strength, and that's why we're coming together to really invoke hope, prosperity back into our community. And when I say our community, it's not just being Hmong, it's all Minnesotans. How do we support Minnesota to be thriving and vibrant again? And we really feel that the Minnesota Hmong New Year has a part in that, in helping build sustainability in Minnesota. We have a duty to our fellow residents here. And we're really proud to be able to come back and host this event. We know that many events with this large scale have canceled due to costs with public safety, but we're taking a huge risk just because we know this community really needs it. And we're glad to see that with the last event, a lot of people came out, and the strength with having 40,000 people attend the summer festival really brought a lot of hope back into the businesses. We saw it with this Hmong New Year, in organizing, that we didn't have to reach out to all 7 food vendors. We struggled in the past just to get 3 food vendors to come out. But this year, in organizing this event, food vendors, restaurants reached out to Kyarii and said, "We want to be there. We want to get our businesses
Back
going
in
again."
Egypt.
Yeah, so that really says that the community, there's an outpour of people that really want to come together, an outpour of businesses really want to build economic sustainability again. And so, one of the biggest messages, it may sound kind of cliche, but really it is come out and support those mom and pop restaurants because they're the ones that really need the community. And we want to be there for these people. This event started in the 70s and 80s and really built strong partnerships with small businesses, really put them at the forefront where we see it in the Twin Cities where we now have Hmong restaurants. We have two large marketplaces, Hmong Town and Hmong Village, and it is a direct result of what came out of these two festivals. And so we are so proud to be a part of that journey and want to continue to offer that opportunity so that Hmong vendors can come out and sell earrings that they've been venturing in, or clothings that they've been sewing. And so we're just excited to be able to reconnect again.
Okay, so how can people get tickets to be a part of this monumental festival?
Yeah, Kyarii, do you want to take that?
Yes, of course. So currently we are selling advance tickets. They are $10. They are sold at the XL box office, which is right next to the River Center. Currently they do not accept cash. They are only accepting card, and there is a 3.5% fee. We are possibly in the works of having someone had reached out to us asking if they could help us sell advance tickets for the people that don't have cards and only want to pay cash without that extra fee. So definitely to give more updates on that. And on the date of the event, they will be accepting cash and card, and the at-door price will be $12.
So could you give the people the location and the time once more for the festival?
Yes, the location is 175 Kellogg Boulevard in St. Paul. It is the XL Box Center. So if you go into the River Center, it's not that regular ticket sales office. It's actually to the left side where they sell the hockey tickets and whatnot. So you do have to go through some metal detectors and things like that. But it's not hard to locate. And if they have any questions, there is staff there to direct you.
And I
Okay.
just want to share that the event will take place Thanksgiving weekend at the River Center on November 26th and 27th. So you could still have Thanksgiving dinner, enjoy Black Friday, and then come and enjoy festivities with the whole community here in the Twin Cities.
Okay. Well, that's all the questions I have for you. Y'all done said everything I think the people need to hear. I look forward to talking to y'all again for your next festival. It seems like y'all doing a lot of big things, especially for Minnesota. So I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, thank you, Lacey, for having us. We'd love to see you out there too. So please
Yes,
let us know when you are.
yeah, I'm gonna come one day for real.
Yes,
Yes,
just connect with us.
yes, of course.
All right. Well, y'all have a good day, and I will let y'all know when this drops.
Thank you
Thank
so
you so
much.
much, Lacey.
Okay.
Have a great one.
All right, you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.